This is part 2 of the Daf Yomi for December 15th, 2022, 2021 Kislev, 5783.
If he says, I'm not going to eat something which is placed in a pan, mutter b'yar l'ktera, he is allowed to eat something which is cooked only in a pot. That's because it doesn't get to the next stage of being cooked in a pan. Let's say he made a neder min hanas b'gdera, from something which will be finished in a pot, mutter b'nasa b'ilfis, he's allowed to eat something which will be finished in a pan. Min hanasa b'ilfis, if he made a neder that he's not going to eat something which is finished in a pan, mutter b'nasa b'gdera, he's allowed to eat something that will be finished in a kedera. Let's say hanodim min hayar l'taner, he makes a neder, he's not going to eat something that is placed into an oven, in asar el b'pas. Over here, he's only usher to eat bread, because when he says his lashon of yar the tanner, we understand that his lashon means he's referring only to bread. However, vim amar kol maisa tanur alai, any maisa of a tanur is on me, meaning I'm not allowed to eat any maisa tanur, asar b'chol anasim b'tanur, he's not allowed to eat anything that's placed into a tanur, not just bread. And the Mishnah Nun Alpha on Beis on top continues in this vein, min hakavush, if he makes a neder, he's not going to eat anything which is kavush, which means pickled, ein asar el min hakavush shel yerek, he's only asar to eat vegetables that were pickled. And this is because he used the hey hayadiyah, ha-kavush. He's not going to eat the thing which is pickled, and that refers to pickled vegetables. However, kavush anitayim, if he simply mentions the word pickled things, so then asar b'chalak fushim, he's not going to eat anything which is pickled, including meats and other things as well. Let's say he makes an eder min hashalak, that he's not going to eat undercooked food, and a asar ela min hashalak shabasar, he's only asar from eating undercooked meat. Again, it's because we have the hey hayadiyah here, ha-shalak, and the thing which is undercooked is referring to meat. But if he just says the word shalak shanitayim, so asar b'chal shlukim, he's asar from eating anything which is undercooked. Now the Gemara brings up a question. Amar Ravacha Breid Rav Avi Ravashi. Amar, let's say the fellow said dikavish, my what's the halacha? Or let's say he said dishalik, my what's the halacha? Or he said ditzali, my, or he said dimoliach, my. Hechin mashma, what's he trying to be mashma? What's he trying to imply by saying that? Is it like he's saying ha kavish or ha shalak, and he's only speaking about the main food which is kavish or shalak? Or is he trying to include all foods as if he didn't say it with a hey? I think Mar says Tibai, let it remain as a question. And the Mishnah continues, min hatzali, the fellow made a neder, he's not going to eat roasted things. Ain't asr el min hatzali shal basar, he's only asr to eat roasted meat. David Rabbi Yehuda, that's Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. Because again, we're understanding that the hey hayadi over here, hatzali, is referring to the main thing which is roasted, which is meat. Whereas if the fellow said, tzali shani tayim, I'm not going to eat tzali, asr b'chal tzalim, he's not going to eat anything which is roasted. Let's say he says, min hamoliach, ain't asr el min hamoliach shal dag, he's only not allowed to eat salted fish. But if he says, moliach shani tayim, asr b'chal hamaluchim, then he's not allowed to eat anything which is salted. And now we're going to get into detailed discussion regarding fish. Let's say the fellow said, Dug dagim shani tayim, I'm not going to eat dug dagim. Asr behen, bein gedalim, bein ketanim, he's not allowed to eat all types of fish, big ones, small ones, bein meluchim, bein tefeilim, whether they're salted or unsalted, bein chayim, bein mevushalim, whether they're raw or they're cooked. Mutter b'taras trufa, but he is allowed to eat chopped taras, ubetzir, and fish brine. Hanodim and tzachna, if he makes a neder, he's not going to have tzachna. Asr b'taras trufa, umutter b'tzir b'murias, he's not allowed to eat this chopped fish, but he's still allowed to have tzir, and he's also allowed to have murias, which is fish juice. And hanodim b'taras trufa, he makes a neder, he's not going to eat taras trufa. Asr b'tzir b'murias, he's not allowed to have tzir or murias. And again, all this has to do with lashon b'nei adam. When a person says something, what are they intending? How is this word used in normal conversation? And then we say whatever is normal, that's what he's asking himself from. And the Gemara continues, Tanya Reb Shimon ben Elazar. Reb Shimon ben Elazar says, Dog shani tayim, if he uses the word dog, so in asr b'gdalim, he's not allowed to eat large fish, but he's allowed to eat small fish. And why is that? Because dog is singular. And if he says, I'm not going to eat fish, so when is it the person is going to buy only one fish? It must be that we're talking about a large fish. So when he says, I'm not going to eat dog, it means he's not going to eat large fish, but small fish he will eat. Let's say he says, Daga shani tayim, asa biktanim, he's not allowed to eat small fish, but he's allowed to eat big fish. Dog daga shani tayim, let's say he uses this double lashon of dog and daga, so asar bein bigdalim bein biktanim, he's not allowed to eat big fish and small fish. Normally, if Papa passed by, mimai dog shani tayim gadol who says that when he says dog shani tayim, he means that he's not going to eat large fish. Because it says in the pasuk, Vayiman Hashem dog gadol livleas yaina, that Hashem prepared a large fish to swallow yaina, and we know that yaina hanavi was swallowed by a large fish. But how do we know that's so? Because like say we have a pasuk that says Vayspal yaina el Hashem aleikav mimei hadaga, the yaina damet Hashem from the stomach of the daga, which means the stomach of the small fish. So we see that yaina was in the fish, and it's being called daga. So daga can also refer to a large fish. The Gemara says no, halei kasha, it's not a question. Maybe the large fish that originally swallowed yaina spat him out, and then he was swallowed by a small fish, and he was damet Hashem from the stomach of the small fish. We continue asking, Elav hadaga asher by ar mesa. By Makas Dam it says that the daga in the river died. Ketanim mesu gedalim loy mesu. Does that mean that only the small fish in the Nile River died and the large fish didn't die? So Gemara says you right, Ella daga mashma gedalim mashma ketanim. The word daga is mashma large fish and small fish. But specifically when we're dealing with nedarim, when a person's making a neder, we go based off of the words that people use, and colloquially, when people are walking around and they're in the marketplace buying fish, so daga means a small fish and dag means a large fish. But you're right, in the psukim, the word daga can mean both large and small fish. And the Mishnah said, if a person made a neder, he's not going to eat sachna, so he's not allowed to eat tar's trufa, but he's allowed to have tzir and murias. And now the Gemara continues, Amalei Ravina Ravashi, Ravina asked Ravashi, Amar, let's say a fellow said, Harei alai tzichin, I'm not going to have tzichin. Mai, what's the halach over there? Does his lashon of tzichin mean that he's just not going to eat fish, but he's allowed to eat sachna? Or when he says lashon of tzichin, does he mean to say sachna, and then he would also be usher with taras trufa? And the Gemara concludes, Tibai, we're going to let this remain as a question. We're going to stop here for the day, pick up tomorrow with a brand new Mishnah, continuing in this vein. For now, everyone should have a wonderful day.